South High Bison. Fighting out of the white corner. That's Michael Bruffer's brother on UFC. Anywho, 5'10" guard.
He's
time. Junior. He's a junior. He's 5'10". Where's number 2, Michael DeBryan?
But I'll tell you what, real quick.
5, go.
Those soft pretzels look really good, don't they?
5'7" junior point guard for South. Number 3, Marquez Jefferson. 24, the shooter. Austin Barker, he's 5'10". He's a junior. He's the lefty with the stroke with number 24. Finally, the big guys, Richard Blackwell, 6'2" senior down low, and Shane Dillsaver, 35. He's a 6'1" senior. So Dillsaver, Blackwell, the forwards, DeBryan, Marquez Jefferson, and Austin Barker are fighting.
They're fighting
out of the white corner.
Now, one thing about Dylan Daniels, though, and he's been like this. I know this is his 3rd year as a starter for Sheridan, but the one thing I know that has not changed with him is if you get in his face and you start frustrating him, he will start jacking up shots that most NBA players won't shoot. So,
holy cow, look at the body on this number 4. He's a big dude.
Dylan Daniels on the season shoots overall 37% from the field.
Man, he's not that imposing looking a gentleman. I thought he was a little bigger than that.
No, I don't think he's actually grown. He's a great player. He's probably, if you look at Sheridan's roster, he's their best overall player. He's their best 3-point player, best 2-point player. But he will jack up shots that on question make you go,
I'm going to have to call Sheridan the baby-faced assassins because they look kind of, don't they? They really don't. They're not a lot to look at as far
they're really well upkept. You know, they cut their shave really well.
But they look like freshmen and sophomores, but they're the baby-faced assassins.
Yep. But one thing about Sheridan, and I did pick this in our preseason, Steve, I picked them to be the sleeper team in the 4A conference this year. It's taken them up until last week to finally get ranked in the coaches media poll. I don't know who votes in the coaches media poll, but Sheridan should have honestly been ranked after the 2nd week of the season. So
number 3 from Cheyenne.
South starters being introduced.
So they're announcing South in their home whites, trimmed in gold and black. Sheridan, of course, their road blue uniforms, trimmed in gold.
This is going to be an exciting game, Steve.
Introducing number 30 from Cheyenne, Wyoming, the 6'2" senior,
Did you know that Richard Blackwell's from Cheyenne, Wyoming?
Not originally.
That's what Scott Noble just announced. Cheyenne South, and all of our players are from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
From parts unknown. Fighting out of
my corner.
All right, let's get it done.
Should be. Now, in the first matchup, Sheridan was consistent, scoring double digits in every quarter. What hurt South in that first matchup was we only scored 12 points in the first half, scored 33 points in the second half, but only scored 12 in the first. Cannot do that tonight.
So Blake Baker and Richard Blackwell will jump it up.
Now that's
center
the key.
circle.
In that first matchup, we did not have Blackwell, so they're going to have to play us differently than what they did before.
Richard's going to go up and get it.
They don't
and
realize.
Marquez Jefferson will corral the tap. So South wins the tap. They got to realize that Richard can jump.
Yes, he can.
Now Jefferson with number 2 on him. That's Cody Williams. Looking down low. Oh, pass out of the hands. First turnover of the game for South. And here comes Dylan Daniels quickly the other way. Godwin for 3. Oh, my word. It'll be a long day if that's going to be happening.
Blake Godwin has shot 135 three-pointers, 70 two-pointers, so he's not afraid to shoot those.
Shane, they're going to give him all kinds of space. Jefferson will try for 3. It's short. Richard Blackwell gets a, oh, my goodness. Had the offensive rebound, just couldn't finish it.
Cannot let Blake Godwin wide open.
Gives it to Dylan Daniels. Back to Godwin.
He's going to shoot those.
In and out.
And that's going to be a
34,
foul, yep.
You betcha. Grabbing his jersey.
Yep.
Just can't believe it. I guess maybe they allow that up north because he can't believe it got called down there.
They generally do. Hate to say it for all these Sheridan fans watching. Your refs up there call a completely different ball game than what's normally seen on the planet Earth.
And these guys are Colorado refs here from the International Association of Amateur Basketball Officials, IABO.
That's an offensive foul on Shane. 2 turnovers on South, both by Shane. Unfortunately, that turnover comes with a foul. So
Dylan, nope. Godwin will bring it up.
South switched to his own, which I think is good, honestly. I mean, it's a little risky, but
Daniels gets it out top. Now left side Williams. Looks down for Dylan Daniels. And he'll get it back up to Godwin. Who's their leading scorer on this Sheridan?
Daniels.
There's Daniels, stops from the baseline, and they don't keep 34 off the glass, and he gets a pretty easy bucket. Blake Baker does.
Quickly
5-0 early.
He had Blackwell. There you go.
Blackwell gets it out to Mike DeBryan. He's going to try for 3. That's no good. Rebound comes away to Chris Clark, and here comes Sheridan the other way.
South 0 for 2 from the field, both 3-point shots.
And there's a 3 ball there, yes.
8-0. Good timeout by South.
Cody Williams, holy cow. Sheridan jumps right out on it. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it right here.
You know, as a team, though, they shoot from three-point land about 32%. It's just they throw up a lot of three-pointers. What makes Sheridan so good, Steve, is they rebound the ball 30 times a game. Second highest rebounding team in the state behind Kelly Walsh. And they were actually, for much of the season, the best rebounding team in the state. Kelly Walsh recently overtook them, but one thing about Sheridan, if you let this team start getting heated up from long range, they're going to start dropping them, especially Godwin. Godwin's he shoots 34% from threes, but he throws up so many that he's going to get them to fall. So
that Colorado official has some sick Under Armour kicks on.
Well, you got to dig those, man.
Those are sick. Barker with it now for South. Sheridan already has new fellas in the game. Number 1, Zach Campbell. Barker down low to Richard. Richard's going to be double, boy. And is that 34-second foul?
Yes, it is, and it's a shooting foul, so Richard's going to go to the free throw line.
Uh-oh. Blake Baker in a little bit of foul trouble, and he's going to have to sit down.
Now, the one thing that's going to hurt him, what hurts Sheridan with that, is he's got the strength to match up with Blackwell down. They're going to put 33 in. Clayton Partridge, who's 6'4", but probably weighs maybe $120, dripping wet. So Richard Blackwell should be able to have his way with number 33 in the post.
They're doubling hard down there, so it ain't a one-on-one matchup. Every time Richard gets it, he's getting doubled hard. Clayton Partridge, 6'4" senior.
South's only beat Sheridan once. That was in the 4A East Conference 2 years ago.
And Richard missed the second one.
At least we got a point. We're only down 8-1 now on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Dylan Daniels left side to Campbell. Zach Campbell in the game. And he'll kick it out to Chris Clark. Clark gives it to number 12 for the 3. He strokes it. Holy moly, Sheridan is in fuego tonight, or this afternoon. Early on, it might be snowing outside, but it's hot in this gym for the Sheridan Broncs.
Nice.
Shane, he's going to get the right-hander to go. Shane-o.
Why he hasn't done that more this year, I don't know, man. He could score. Well, I tell you what, they just got by us like nothing, and Blackwell thankfully got the missed shot.
There's Barker.
Oh, that looked good.
Just a 2. Shane up for a big offensive board. Ooh, Marquez was wide open.
Look at that. Give it to Shane. The cut was there. They didn't give it to him.
Now Marquez going to try a 3 up top. In and out. Oh, no, in and out and back in. So South gets it to 11-6. They're on a little bit of a 5-3 run here. And Daniels gets it right side to Coy Steele.
You know those 3-point shots are not going to fall the whole game for Sheridan.
There's number 1 taking one there. No good. Here comes Barker the other way. And he just turns it over.
Not a good look by Barker there.
Did a lot of that last night, did this South team. And they got to make sure the passes are there. Dylan Daniels for 3. Boom.
14-6.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Now, the most important thing for South is they've got to stay in this game while Sheridan's hitting these threes because they're not going to hit them like this the whole game. So keep it close. You're only down 8. Don't let it get out of control.
Now to Bryan in traffic. Oh, hits the 15-footer from the right elbow.
That was a
tough
nice
shot there.
South down by 6, 14-8 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Daniels thought about a 3, then he kicks it to Coy Steele.
Coy Steele. And on the floor for
Ooh.
Sheridan, Coy Steele.
Steele!
I think every Sheridan player has hit a 3.
That's Coy Steele's second. Now Blackwell. Turnaround right-hander gets it to go. 3 points for Richard. 17-10. Now we need to play some defense here. And Daniels gets it right side. Out top, Coy Steele. Misses that 3. Ooh, Chris Clark cannot out-rebound the smaller Austin Barker.
Austin Barker's got hops, man. It's in our lineage, in our heritage. Filipinos got jump, man.
Out top to Shane.
It's nice to see Shane score. You know, last year he scored a lot more. I don't know why he's not shooting the ball this year, but
They get it down to Richard. He gets to the hole. Fakes it up and in. That's where we need to get going now. It's a 5-point game. We need some defense here. In the biggest sort of way. Daniels. Oh!
that's going to be South ball. It deflected off 33.
Looked like Daniels did a little skippy-doo there when he got into the lane. Now Brandon Nelson's going to come in.
Oh, that almost deserved a pigeon on the video screen. Almost.
Dante Crow in, so Sheridan using a lot of bodies. There's a shot there, missed, didn't see who took it. Putting Crow in my scorebook. Now Jefferson, right side to Bryan. Michael feeds down to Richard. Richard's feeling it in the first quarter. 7 points for him.
South down by 3, 17-14.
And with 34 on the bench with 2 fouls, that might be the thing to do. There, number 2, Cody Williams misses the layup. And we'll come the other way. Nelson, he's going to get to the hole. And there's a foul. Count it. And the bucket.
Great pump fake by Brendan. He has a chance to tie this game.
And that's Clayton Partridge with the foul there.
He was the 11-12 BISN player of the game last night. Came off the bench to score. Can't remember exactly how many points right now, but Blackwell going to take a quick break.
Sheridan. Brendan Nelson test tie this game. Sheridan with 5 3-pointers here in the first quarter.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
Dante Crow.
Nelson on the season is a 54% free throw shooter, so
Should have said
South down by 1.
We're going to get a 5 count going one of these days here. Now 31 gets it to Dante Crow. Crow out to Godwin. Godwin to Crow. Now Cody Williams on the left wing for Sheridan.
Good defense.
Oh, they left Partridge wide open on the backside, though.
I was about to say good perimeter defense, but it ended up costing us on our backside D. So
get it down to Shane. Shane's going to go to the hole. Boy, why didn't he just go and get it one?
Yeah, that guy's like 7'8" that's guarding him. Shane's only like 6, so South has a chance to tie this game up or cut it back down to 1 as we're down 19. Oh, that's a nice move.
He's going to get hand checked on the way in.
It's going to be on number 2, I think, Cody Williams. Yep. Blackwell back in.
That's one thing these guys do. They don't like to come over and report fouls. They like to stand clear across the court and show you who fouled.
Well, that's what they do in college and NBA.
Well, this isn't college or the NBA. Three-pointer to Bryan.
And that ties the game up.
So Alan talked about 19-19 fireworks. South was down by 7 points early on, but man, they've really come on since that time. Dante Crow with it on the left wing, looking for a cutting. Williams can't get it to him. Godwin thought about the 3. Then he stops and pops, and that's not a good shot for him either. South can take the lead. 4, 3, 2. Jefferson, he got it off. Oh, can't get it to go, but wow, what an entertaining way to start this ball game. We got one quarter in the books here from Cheyenne South, and it's Sheridan 19, Cheyenne South 19 here on 11-12 BISN.
Your BISN network. When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away. Well, I tell you what, South, storm back, cut that to it. Make it 19-19. They were down 8-0 to start the game.
So now Sheridan will work with the first possession of the second half. Godwin stops the pops for 3, and he's gone a little bit cold, but Clark out-rebounds Shane Dillsaver. And Chris Clark with a 2-point bucket. Sheridan with the lead. Marquez gets it to Michael, left wing. Now they try to feed down low.
That's going to be a foul,
They're pushing the back on number 4.
Big time push in the back. That was huge. I'm surprised Barker didn't fall, honestly. Sheridan fans.
5-1's a foul count here, and Gale's going absolutely nuts down there for Sheridan.
Boy, he's doing it calmly, though.
Not really. Should have seen him a second ago.
That's a good.
That Colorado ref was having to simmer him down a little bit.
They're calling it over and back, Sheridan fans. They got to know the rule. He caught the ball in the air.
At least have some kind of clue what the rule is
I know.
before he starts shouting.
Oh, that's crazy.
So Cody Williams picks up his second foul count, 6-1 now.
I love opposing fans.
Sheridan on the wrong side of the 6-1 foul count. So I'm sure that's the next conversation we're going to start having. Hey, it's 6-1. Quit fouling.
Quit fouling, exactly.
That's what I like to tell coaches when they say it's 6-1. Well, quit fouling. DeBryan with it out top now. There's a nice look to Marquez, and he'll bring it back outside.
Well, that's nice help side defense by Sheridan. They quickly doubled up on Richard.
Well, Sheridan isn't a hawking man. They're playing a hawking man. 3 for Jefferson. Marquez, that's his second 3 of the game. South with the lead. First lead of the game for the Bison. 22-21 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
That was nice, patient offense there by South.
Gosh, number 11's into the game now for Sheridan. They're putting more guys in than I keep track of. Drew Bodeker. Godwin, boom.
Well, I tell you
what,
that kid can hit the 3, man.
He's missed more than he's made, but he's made a couple.
Not a good shot by Michael.
Brian doesn't get a good one off there. Quickly the other way. Dylan Daniels going to try his luck. Man, keep 4 off the boards.
That's Sheridan south ball. Nope,
Sheridan is just collecting offensive rebounds.
Well, you know what? They average 12. Out of their 30 rebounds a game, Steve, 12 of them are offensive rebounds. So.
And those are hustle rebounds.
Yeah.
They're just out hustling South.
It's not like they outsize us right now because they don't. So
gets it in to Godwin. 24-22, Sheridan, 2-point lead now. Dylan Daniels, wow, that's quick 3 off balance with your feet not set, just throwing it up and hoping. See, they're doubling down Richard hard.
Richard turns the ball over, dribbles it off right off a Sheridan player's foot.
Isaiah get ready to check in for South.
Isaiah's got the hops to make a defensive presence in the paint. Only thing is Sheridan's really not taking many shots from inside the paint.
No, they've been a perimeter-oriented team so far. They've had a couple putbacks off offensive rebounds. Ooh, there's almost a turnover there at Bodeker. Gets it over to Zach Campbell. Blake Godwin again has it. He is a sharp shooting young man.
It's one of those kids you can't even give him really 2 inches from in the perimeter because he'll shoot it. That's a hack. That's a hack, yep. Tell you what, Shane, if he wouldn't have reached, that would have been actually a turnover.
Only Sal's second foul.
Both on Shane.
Credited to Shane. So Isaiah Dick's going to come in.
Now, the one thing that Isaiah brings us, he does bring us more offensive presence, but he's got hops. That kid can jump and make.
I love it when him and Richard are on the floor together.
That's going to be a turnover foul on Dylan Daniels. Coy Steele checking back in for the Bronx.
Coy Steele.
Coy Steele from now on the floor. Coy Steele. That's a basketball name. Coy Steele.
Just a cool
That's
name.
an athletic name.
I want to give some props to Mr. and Mrs.
If
Steele.
I ever get a dog, because I can't have any more kids, I'm going to call him Coy.
I wanted to
because that's a
give
cool
some
name.
credit to Mr. and Mrs. Steele.
That's a great name, man.
Coy Steele.
Coy Steele. From Sheridan.
Parker. Up top. Jefferson. Marquez feeling it. Oh, my goodness. Kesey. Don't got to do it all yourself.
No, you don't.
Boy, there's hands all over him.
That's
Brian.
a 2.
Should have been a foul there on South. Now quickly the other way. Boy, they get to running up and down and get discombobulated. There's DeBryan. Finger roll, can't get it to go. I'm not sure that I like the way they push the ball like that. Nothing good comes of that, really.
I mean,
last night they did that all night long and just threw the ball away time after time. There's a three-pointer there for Zach Campbell.
5-point lead for Sheridan.
And here we go, hurrying up the floor again.
Well, that's South's offense.
Now they reset it. I understand it, but it's not working.
it's the shots they're taking out of that offense right now. You had.
Ooh, he's holding his jersey. Number 1 was. Richard gets to the hole, puts it up and in, and he's fouled.
That was a great pass by Michael DeBryan. That's his 4th assist. South has a chance to cut this down to a 2-point deficit. They're trailing 27-24.
Richard
with his 10th point
gets the 3-point play. Now see if they can find who's matched up on number 1 here. That's what Coach Schaefer was wondering.
Well, it's because number 1 hit that 3-pointer
wide open.
a second ago. But you know what? It's Godwin, too. You cannot leave Godwin wide open.
Sheridan moving around the perimeter. There's Godwin there. He's got Jefferson on him. Sheridan moving. South playing some good man defense right now. .330 to go first half. Great ball game. 27-25. Sheridan. Godwin gets it out to Bodeker. Bodeker to Coy Steele. I love that. On the left wing with the dribble.
Oh, man.
Ooh, between his legs is
That's going to be on Michael. Reaching for the ball, trying to. Gotta love his effort. You know, when you have a player willing to dive on the ground like that, fortunately got too much of the body as Coy Steele stays on the floor. I can't say it as cool as you did. Coy Steele gets the ball.
Ball inbounded to Coy Steele. He's working on DeBryan, gets it on the right side to number 2, Cody Williams.
See, that just doesn't sound as cool.
Daniels
as
back in the game. Blake Godwin, he is a sharp shooter.
Yes,
he shows
he
it
is.
there. That's his third 3 of the game. 9 points for Godwin. 5-point Sheridan lead. Now they get it to Richard. Outside on the right wing, high. Barker. Now Richard's going to try clears Clark. Nice offensive rebound. Mike DeBryan puts it up. Oh, can't get it to go. Richard up for an offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. And then he's going to commit a frustration foul. That's only his first foul, only the 4th on South. And Sheridan will bring the ball in.
South down by 5, 30-25 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. They're still in it. This is exactly what the second half of the game was like against Sheridan, up in Sheridan. Back and forth. That should be South. Brian deflected it.
Now Brendan Nelson going to check back in. Calling for the Bronc. Bronc. Ooh, coy.
Oh, that should have been a travel,
Just
man.
about got it. Stolen away
Oh,
from
man.
Daniels. Coy steal. Oh, turnaround jumper for Steele.
7-point lead.
8 points in the game. South had it down. Now they need to. Oh, nice feed there. Give the assist to Blackwell. And Isaiah, 2 points. I love it when those two are on the floor together.
Well, if you're going to double team them, that means somebody's open.
Godwin, oh my goodness. And they just not getting any position on Clark. He is killing him on the board. And Steele hits another three.
That makes it an 8-point lead now, 35-27.
Jeez, they got to keep Chris Clark off the boards.
And he's not doing anything special.
No,
really. He's just right there.
He's a large body, and they're just getting there. Now there's a nice give and go. So, boy, if South would play some defense and get a rebound on the defensive end of things, they'd probably be right in this thing. I mean, they still are. It's only 6 points, but goodness gracious. They've had some nice offensive plays, some great looks, but, man, they're getting killed on the defensive boards. Steal there. Boy, Clark almost, yep. They're going to call Clark for a foul that I'm not sure I agree with. But
yeah, he raked him across the arms. Nelson did have the ball in his hands. Got him across the arms. That's going to be a foul every time, Steve. Come on, you're an official.
No, that was a 50-50. That was a 50-50.
So Brennan.
So
gonna
Nelson's
going to
get a chance for two. He's got 4 points in the game.
Missed his first.
Actually, it's a 1-and-1. Excuse me for living. 1:09 to go. 35-29 Sheridan. Oh, Brandon. Got to use your legs, son.
Yep.
Now Godwin's going to go. He's going to get cut off by Nelson. Rebound, Richard Blackwell. Up to Barker. Barker gets it over to Marquez, and we're under a minute to go. South right in this game. They've been in almost every game they played at the half in conference. They're never out of a ball game.
The only game they were out in the half was against Sheridan up in Sheridan.
Barker looks for Blackwell.
He called a timeout. Yes, that's a smart play by Blackwell. Smart play by Blackwell.
So 30-second timeout. Heady play by Richard Blackwell.
That I'll tell you what, that's knowing the situation.
That is knowing. That is court awareness, court presence.
South, 35 seconds left in this first half. They're down 35-29.
Randy Philbin giving the team a piece of his mind.
Speaking of Randy Philbin, make sure if you're in town, you head over to Dairy Queen, even on this cold, snowy day.
Nothing like a blizzard on a snowy day.
Or a smoothie.
Or
peanut buster parfait.
Yes.
With extra peanuts. You can never go wrong with those, man.
35-29, 35.6 seconds to go. First half action here. Second part of the doubleheader here on 11-12 BISN on a snowy Saturday afternoon.
That timeout was brought to you by Misty Woods and Number One Properties. South going to hold for the last shot. I like this idea.
Looking to zip.
Sheridan in a 1-1-3 look.
Quit looking at the bench, Austin. Or Coy, steal. Come up, steal that ball from you.
Cool. I'm going to quit saying it. I can't say it. It's good. No, I like how you say it so much better than I.
I got to quit saying it because the professionalism on this broadcast has just reached a new all-time low. Got to put it up.
That's an offensive foul. He cleared with his arm, with his elbow.
Good observation now. 2 fouls for Richard. So nobody from South really in foul trouble. Nobody from Sheridan in real bad foul trouble. We haven't seen number 34 since about the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Ooh, Richard with a heady play there.
Deflection by Richard.
1.7. I see. Now this is what I like. Don't let him just inbound it.
Now here's what you got to look for: is watch for the quick shoot pass back to turnover.
0.8 seconds to see what they can do. I would put Austin Barker there and send Marquez Jefferson on the fly route. So at the half, the score, Sheridan 35, South 29. Come back for an entertaining second half here on 11-12 BISN.
Your BISN Network.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com, and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on the website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com. What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, back with the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. On the Dairy Queen scoreboard, Sheridan leads 35-29, as at the end of the first quarter it was tied 19-all. I'll tell you what, Sheridan's shooting lights out from three, though. They made 9 3-point baskets in the first half. They're led by number 12, Coy Steele, with 11 points, followed by number 31, Blake Godwin, with 9 points. And then you have Cody Williams with 3, Dylan Daniels with 3, Zach Campbell with 3, and then Chris Clark and Clayton Partridge with 2 each. They've only made 4 2-point field goals, but they've been shooting lights out from 3. Hopefully that stops eventually. South can get that under control. South only down right now, 35-29. They're led by number 30, Richard Blackwell, who's got 10 points, 6 rebounds. And then Marquez Jefferson has 6 points. Michael DeBryan with 5 points. Brendan Nelson with 2 points. Isaiah Dix with 2. And Shane Dillsaver with 2. South had 13 rebounds in the first half, 10 of them on the defensive end. They shot overall 12 from 21 from the field, 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 6 turnovers in the first half. That's all they had was 6 turnovers. Last night against Gillette, they had 17 turnovers in the first half. So that's your American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. We're about 6 minutes away from tip of the second half as your South Bison look to upset the number 3 ranked Sheridan Bronx on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your Letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your Letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your Letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you. When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties, expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you are listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods from Number One Properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com. What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the... Oh, I promised it, and they are here. The birds are here. What? What? What'd you say?
What?
What do you mean we're down by 6?
So we got 2 quarters of basketball left to play here in this Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Hope these Colorado guys could have a nice, safe trip home with all that snow and stuff. South will have the ball to start the second half. They're down 6. And they'll be going left to right across your radio dial. Jefferson gets it over to Shane Dilsaver.
The one thing South cannot do in the second half, Steve, is get in a three-point shooting contest with Sheridan. Sheridan will win that. We're not the best three-point shooting team. We've got to work it on the inside. Even though they're going to double team Richard Blackwell, that's going to leave somebody wide open.
Well, speaking of three-point shooting contest, Marquez Jefferson opens with one, and it's no good. Now Godwin comes with it the other way. Dylan Daniels feeds down low. Clark can't handle it, but they hustle after it, kick it back out, reset it to Godwin out top. Godwin dribbling on to Bryant. Gets to the right side, Cody Williams. Williams gets it up top, Chris Clark. Switches to Daniels, 3, left side, good. And there's the three-point discrepancy that Alan talked about. Only Daniels' 6th point, both of them coming by way, all of those points coming by way of 2 3-pointers.
And they had 9 3-pointers in the first half, Steve.
Now Nelson, left-hander, can't get it to go. 2 empty possessions for South to start the second half. And
that's going to be South
over
ball.
There, low to see.
That's exactly.
Yep.
That was going to be South ball. Nelson with the deflection on that.
So 8-point Sheridan lead. Now check at 9-point Sheridan lead. 6:41 to go, third quarter. Jefferson.
I think that's the
working
largest
on
lead
Williams.
of the game for Sheridan. The largest before that was 8. Boy, Jefferson at number 2 on the ground.
Blackwell to DeBryan. He'll get inside the three-point line, try the 17-footer, can't get it to go.
South 0 for 3 to start the second half.
Looks a little familiar, doesn't it? Man, they come out at half most times and they're just not firing. Boy, 34 was on the back of Richard Blackwell there, no call.
Honestly, I think that was a good no call because they were both kind of like next to each other.
Now Richard steals it. All kinds of contact coming up the floor. Richard loses the handle. And Sheridan will reset it. Brian reaching on Godwin. Now he's going to stop and pop 8-footer. Good.
11-point lead now for Gillette. Kind of looks
Sheridan,
like the girls'
actually.
game, you know? I mean, for Sheridan, yeah.
And Dylan Daniels is called for the block. Daniels didn't like the call much. I think it was the right call. One thing I like about what these refs do is when they make a call, they go opposite table. In our association in Wyoming, when you make a call, you stay table side so the coaches can just rip your fanny off you. These guys make the call and then get away, and another guy comes over and takes their spot. Boy, steal. With the pass up ahead to number 1, Zach Campbell. And there's a turnover there, but I think it's on the end line. It's going to be out of bounds. Stay with Sheridan.
South's got a lot of deflections this game. Just unfortunate we're unable to turn a lot of those deflections into steals, you know, so.
Into Coy
Steele.
Speaking of Coy Steele, he has the ball now. He goes right around, gets to the lane, puts the right-hander up, can't get it to go. Richard Blackwell up for the rebound. Holy cow! How did they let Chris Clark be inside him like that?
Stepped out of bounds.
No, it was a held ball.
Was it a held ball?
Yeah.
Oh.
Possession arrow favors the Sheridan Bronx. There's DeBryan with a steal. Telegraph that. A lot of contact there. Puts it up and in. And Dylan Daniels just picks up his 3rd foul.
That's a huge, huge basket for South because it gets the lead back down to single digits. And more importantly, that gives Dylan Daniels his third. So we might not see him the rest of this quarter. South trailing 40-31 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. DeBryan going to the free throw line for the first time this game, Steve.
Looking for his 8th point.
That was only the 3rd steal of the game for South.
No good.
South was 2 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half. Not a good way to start the second. Another deflection by Michael DeBryan.
That's his hustle defense.
Yes, it is.
Really interrupts the flow of the Sheridan offense when South can do those sort of things. So Jefferson defending the inbound. They do get it into Baker. Now to Godwin and over on the right side to
Coy steal.
Nice. That was good. You're getting better. Up top, Chris Clark. And there's a hold away from the ball, I believe.
Man, you know, if you're going to call holds like that, you got to call it on both teams. I hate to say it. I've seen our cutters be held countless amount of times, and they haven't called it once. They called that tiny little hold on Jefferson. They got to call that both ways, Steve. That's my opinion. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest.
You got to call it both ways. Excuse me.
Coy steal.
None other than gets it to Chris Clark. Back to
Coy steal. He's a legend.
Shano with the steal. Nice play there. Now they're going to hurry up the floor. DeBryan. Right side Barker, who thought about stopping and popping, but he lost the handle. Man, 34 is doing a good job on neutralizing Richard down low.
He's got height and he's got strength. And that
Barker with three.
And that was actually deflected. That was almost blocked.
Jefferson rips out a rebound there.
Actually,
I don't know if you call that a rebound.
I call
or
that a steal. I call that a steal.
I would too.
And he's being guarded by
Coy steal.
we're
a couple of JAs here. DeBryan gets to the hole, right hand up and in.
South down by 7, 40-33 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Sheridan with the ball. 3:38 to go. There's going to be a hack. DeBryan. It's only his second. South pretty clean foul-wise. They've only committed a total of 7 fouls in the entire game here. And we're over halfway through the third quarter.
Who's got the fouls?
2 on Michael, 2 on Richard, 2 on Shane, and 1 on Marquez. And Marquez almost with another steal.
And that is
credit him with a steal. White ball. Good job, Kez Jefferson.
Boy, number 11 put that ball out there for him to take it, and Marquez said, okay, I'll take it.
There's no give up in this South team.
Marquez, one of the top stealers in the 4A conference, actually.
Boy, steal with a lot of hand action on Jefferson. Marquez, stop, pop, 3. I don't think Schaefer liked it, but Dick's up big for a rebound. Schaefer calling out a different play. Boy, he doesn't like it. There's a Barker for 3. Good! So you like them when they make them, you hate them when they miss them.
Yeah. South down by 4.
And now they'll pressure the ball coming up the floor a little bit.
7-0 run for South.
And a timeout. Sheridan, 60 seconds. Let's take it with him. You're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your BISN Network.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Back here live.
So
on the remix edition.
I guess things were so bad for Cheyenne East last week on this road trip that Zach McCord walked off the court with like 30 seconds left in the game against Gillette last weekend.
They got a big win last night in overtime. Godwin misses a 3. Guess who? Chris Clark out hustling everybody on those boards. Now, Austin steals it, goes behind the back. And he'll quickly slow it down. Now South, chance to cut this down. Dix gets to the hole. Lays it up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
Oh, he was fouled.
Drew Bedeker, I believe, was the guilty party there, and Dix goes to the line for 2.
And you know, Dick's on the season, 50% free throw shooter.
Really, Alan?
Hey, exactly. Yeah, that's right. I'll take credit for that free throw. I didn't shoot it, but it was because of what I said that he made it.
Front end's good, 2:27 to go.
40
Isaiah
to 37.
cut it to 2 points here. And he does. Allen, the percentage man.
Isaiah now a 51% free throw shooter on the season.
Man pressure in the full court.
South down by 2.
Brian almost got a steal there on Godwin. Now he's going to get it outside to Williams. Oh, it gets swatted! Get it out of here! Don't bring that Kool-Aid into my kitchen.
No. It's too late to deliver that Christmas gift.
Dix with an impressive block.
No, but they leave Dylan Daniels wide open.
Blake Godwin.
No, Blake Godwin.
Who's just as lethal. That's his 4th, and now it's a 5-point lead. Southwood just got it down to 2. Left wing, Austin Barker. Richard fighting down low. That's off a
southpaw.
No, check it.
South.
No.
Check that.
Hey, you can go fix that.
Yeah, you can go fix that.
I had it off 11.
Yes.
That's the right call. Hey, that's a good job of getting it right. That's a real good job of getting it right. Love when guys come together.
That's why there's 3 of them out there,
Yep.
Steve.
Love it when they come together. Brian DeBryan for 3. Lencho with an offensive rebound. Turn around. He can't get it to go. Gets another offensive rebound. Actually, try to credit that one to Richard because he tipped it to Lencho. You're the stat man.
Yep, I gave that one to Richard.
We're the spunker and the stat man. Here in the mornings. Oh, there's a double foul, I think. No, what's he calling?
Austin Barker going to be charged.
Offensive foul for a moving screen, I believe.
Speaking of Austin Barker, I want to give a shout out to his family watching the game in warm, sunny California, if I'm right, or wherever they're at. They're not in Wyoming, so they're warmer than us.
Yeah, unless they're in Boston. He said people in California are warmer than us or wherever they are, and I said unless they're in Boston, they're not warmer than us.
Richard Blackwell with the steal.
3 feet of snow.
Isaiah Dix gets the ball stripped out of his hand as he's going up to the layup by number 4.
Checking into the game for Sheridan is
Coy Steele.
That just doesn't get old. I think for the people listening, it's probably gotten way past being old. But
oh man!
Blackwell in traffic, puts it up, can't get it to go. Nice rebound, Isaiah Dix, and a putback. 43-40, 3-point game. Minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Well, that number 34 just has the length.
Ooh, boy, looked like he might have traveled there. Dix with another block from the back. Oh, my goodness. Stay out of his lane.
And it's off of Sheridan.
Oh, because he blocked it right back off the top of the guy's head, it looked like. Boy, Isaiah Dix throwing a block party here.
Isaiah Dix was our
that's usually a
couple
summertime
weeks ago,
event. Yeah. You don't see too many block parties in a winter storm warning, but Isaiah's throwing one down here this afternoon. Now Jefferson gets it to Dix out top. Left side. Barker, 3. Ooh, that could have been a dagger. That could have tied this thing up.
South only down by 3. They were down by 11 at one point in this 3rd quarter.
Great performance. And again, Dix and Blackwell on the court together. Geez, a lot of athleticism there. Woo, Daniels. Boy, he shoots some quick threes, don't he?
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't even consider getting his feet set to shoot.
I told you he'll do that, man. Whenever things aren't going the way he likes it, he'll start jacking up shots, man.
10 seconds to Sheridan. Going to look for the last shot. It's going to come from Steal! And he gets it blocked, but there's a foul, some body contact.
That's going to be on Dix. But you know what? That's going to make him think about taking into the paint like that as number 12.
Coy Steele.
To the free throw line for 2. You gotta love that name, man. It's just one of those names.
Cool. He should be a movie star.
He really should.
When he decides to hang up the basketball sneakers, he ought to go to Hollywood.
He's a 63% free throw shooter from the season.
Starring in the summer's new blockbuster, Coy Steele.
And you can't make this shot. And he misses
both of them. Ooh, boy, Dix traveled with it, or excuse me, Blackwell traveled with it, but they're going to call a held ball. 3.6, Sheridan will have it. So
South
if
down
they
by
can get
3.
a stop here, South will have it at the corner. And Dylan Daniels is going to check back in.
So you got to watch Godwin
and Daniels are the 2 guys to focus on.
Because I think Coy is going to be inbounding. Nope, Godwin's going to inbound. So now you got to watch.
You got to watch the give back to Godwin.
Coy Steele's had a couple 3-pointers from right, or 1.
Do not let him get nothing easy off. Coy Steele for 3, and it's off the front rim. So South closes the gap from 6 to 3 here in the third quarter. We'll play the final one here in a moment. It's Sheridan 43, South 40 here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community.
Now, here's the great thing about that tie-up that just happened, Steve. Now, granted, they got the last shot. They didn't make it. South gets to start the fourth quarter with possession. So,
defense, name of the game in the third quarter. South holds the Sheridan Bronx to 8 points after scoring 19 and 16 in the first and second, respectively. So South's got to keep the defensive pressure up and still look for good possessions. They don't want to hurry things in there. Shane just starts it out with a turnover as he was looking to Richard, and just a miscommunication there. So South's going to pressure up in the backcourt. They're going to man pressure it in the backcourt. How's it outside? Terrible, says Dina. That's not what I wanted to hear. 31 Godwin with it, working on Jefferson. Gets to Daniels.
It's a mismatch, if you ask me. I like Austin Barker, but Daniels got some moves. There's our grammar. Want to give a shout out to the Felix family once again. Hope everything works out great for Barber, who having some difficulties after giving birth, so hopefully everything's all right with her.
Blake Baker gets to the rack, scores a 2-point bucket. Only his 4th point of the game.
South down by 5, 45-40 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Great game. Sheridan wins here. They clinch an automatic state berth to Casper.
South looking for their first conference win. It's going to be hard for them to get out of that 6th spot.
They can't get out of the 6th spot.
Are they locked in there?
They're locked into the 6th spot after that loss to Gillette last night.
Nice cut there. Barker puts it up and in. 45-42, 3-point game. Dylan Daniels quickly down the floor. Williams, looked like a travel there. Barker's going to get the foul.
Going to get the foul. It should have been a travel.
Looked like he...
You mean they didn't call the travel?
Nope.
Gotta love the Seagulls, man.
Yeah.
You can thank your son for that, Steve.
Is he the one that...
He's the one that started it, the flock of seagull war. Like you said, missed the first. South only down 4, 46-42 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. I want to thank all the viewers watching this incredible game between South and Sheridan.
6.5 minutes to go in this contest.
A lot of time left, only down 2 possessions.
Every possession means a bunch here. Jefferson. Left-hander in. Nice athletic move. Nice athletic move.
I thought that was easy for you to say.
Yeah, jeez. Sheridan, the offensive end. Godwin slid.
Going to be a nice deflection out of bounds by Jefferson. Kind of slows the offensive rhythm down for Sheridan there.
This officiating crew does not require the most precise footwork in the world.
Nope.
Now Daniels has it on Barker. Gets it to Williams. Boy, Williams shuffles every time he touches it. Now he's going to try from 15. Good. Williams.
Pushes it back up to 4. 48-44 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
South and Sheridan trading baskets now, which is fine for the time being. Don't want Sheridan to get this thing any farther out than it is. We'll trade with them for a few, and then we're going to need to stop at some point.
I think you need to get Dix back in. He brings in a little bit more offense. Don't get me wrong, I like Shane out there, but Shane right now, he only attacked the basket once this game, and if you get Dix out there, you got more of an offensive threat down low with Blackwell because they really can't double him, you know?
Shane resets it out top to Michael DeBryan. Michael spin move on Dillon, gets it out top Barker. Barker, he's going to try to get to the hole, lays it up, can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Daniels picks up his 4th. And Barker,
going to the free throw line for 2. Coach Schaefer must have heard me talking about getting Isaiah Dix back in, huh?
Must have.
And number 12 from Sheridan set to check in as well.
These are big ones. First one's good.
6 points on the day for Barker.
Looking for his second.
So now it's to a single possession. It's still too early to be talking about that. 5 minutes left in this game.
And he can't get the second one to go. Rebound. Blake Baker. So Coy Steele with the ball.
Austin just saved him from that ball from Sheridan turning the ball over. Got to like the hustle from Barker. That guy was about to travel or throw the ball out of bounds.
Now they get it down to Baker, and he gets stolen by Barker. Barker quickly the other way. 3-point Sheridan lead. South Dakota. Ooh, boy. That was close to a carry there.
Actually, I think Godwin got his hand on it. Almost a held ball. Could have been almost a held ball.
Barker with it now. Godwin on him. Man. That's just a bad pass by Austin.
Yeah.
Man, we cannot afford
these type of turnovers this late in the game. You're only down by 3. You had a chance to cut it down to 1 or even possibly tie it. And then I like the idea. He had Dix cutting to the basket, but you got to take in consideration the bodies he's got to go through. Tried to put it to where Dix was supposed to be, just unfortunately Dix didn't get there in time. So.
Ooh, that looked like a shuffle there too. Every Bronco shuffling. Blake Baker puts it up and in on the offensive rebound.
Richard Blackwell and Nelson set to check back in. South down by 5.
Big possessions, each and every one of them here.
So we've reached the halfway point of this 4th quarter.
And we'll get a timeout. South, 60-second timeout. Let's take one with them at 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them.
Get down tonight.
South down by 5. They have possession.
3:45 to go, ball game.
Brendan Nelson, Richard Blackwell back in.
Isaiah Dix, Marquez Jefferson, and Mike DeBryan round out the 5 for South on the floor. Nelson with it up top. Gets the right side on the wing, Jefferson. Up top, Nelson. He's going to try to get to the lane, put a left-hander up too strong, can't get it to go. And Blackwell tries to save it inbounds. Sheridan comes away with it. So waste of possession there for South. They've got to get a stop here.
They had a good shot. They won't get any points out of it, but that was a good shot by Nelson. It just didn't fall.
Yeah, I shouldn't say wasted. I should clarify. Empty possession for South there.
Just cannot give up any points here for Sheridan. And that's going to be on the Bryan.
Armbar. That's an illegal move, Mean Gene.
Yep. 6th foul on South.
So next one, South commits from here on. It will be bonus shots for Sheridan. Sheridan has 2 to give. Godwin will inbound. South right in the thick of this thing. Just under 3 minutes to go. They're down by 5. Every possession, key. They've got to get a stop here. Coy, ooh, man. Ooh, that's going to be a turnover. Sheridan, South ball. Exactly what they needed. And they'll have it far side on their side of the floor.
2:42 left in this ball game. You're down by 5. You need Sheridan to make those type of mistakes. Inbound to Jefferson. He'll have Williams on him. Jefferson goes right around Williams. Ooh, gets it swatted, though, by Williams. DeBryan up for a rebound. Can't get it to go. Chris Clark comes away with it. So, again, emptiness there. They're rolling around on the floor. And timeout, Gail Smith for Sheridan. Can you call a timeout when nobody's got possession of the ball? No, but I think Chris Clark probably had it. They're saying it's a full timeout, so let's take it with them. 60 seconds here on 11-12 BISN. Your BISN Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure.
Well, we've got a humdinger here at Cheyenne South, just like we had last night against Gillette. We're right here in it, in the thick of things, only down by 5. 2:26 to go. Sheridan will have the ball. They need to take it the length of the floor. South's going to pressure hard in the backcourt. They'll get it into Dylan Daniels, so they just want him to have to think about it all the way up the floor, and they put a good guy to do that on him, Marquez Jefferson. Daniels working on Jefferson. Ooh, Godwin almost turns it over. They get it out to Blake Baker, reset it to Cody Williams. Back up top to Godwin. Sheridan not in a rush to really do anything. They got the 5-point lead. I mean, I don't think they're really looking to score here, honestly. They're just looking to kill clock. Under 2 minutes, and Barker holds. That's a good foul, actually, because number 2 shoots 65% from the free throw line. It's only a 1-and-1. Sheridan still has 2 fouls to give, so. Williams at the line for the Sheridan Bronx. Makes the first. Still a 2-possession game, 51-45. South down by 6. Problem is Sheridan's got fouls to give on South. Yes, they do. The problem is they've scored 8 points, 8 points this quarter. We've only scored 5. And he makes both.
7-point lead, 3-possession game. South's got to get something going in a hurry here. They don't have all the time in the world to work offensive possession here, but they've got to get something good. Can't come up empty. We talked about it. This is a game for them to grow. Now Dix, he's going to try to get it down low. He's getting pushed out of there by Baker. And it'll come away to Sheridan. Ooh, looked like a travel there. Cody Williams comes away with it, and now Dylan Daniels has it out top.
That's pretty much it. Yep, you got a foul. Schaefer said not him, though.
Yeah.
As Dylan Daniels on the season shoots 70% from the free throw line. So, hey, you never know.
There's another one, so close. Daniels only with 6 points in the game.
Another one that South is going to let slip away on. I hate to say it. Now there's still time left in the game, but
that kid's in his red shorts and blue shoes there. Remind me to tell you about him later. He's an impressive young man.
And he misses it, and we don't get the rebound.
Misses the front end. It comes out to Godwin.
We're going to have to foul. You don't want to foul Godwin, though. He's an 88% free throw shooter.
Yeah, Michael picks up his fourth. They'll send Godwin to the line.
Had the perfect outcome as Sheridan's about to lock up their visit to the state championships with this win, as they're up by 8 now with 1:11 left in the game.
Man, that's got to feel good going into regionals.
You know, they haven't, especially since they haven't been to state the last 2 years, they got upset in the first round of the last 2 tournaments, once by Central and then the year before that by South. So,
minute 10 to go. It's a 9-point game. We got to get there. To Brian. Michael, left side to Barker. Dix. Ooh, boy, he walked.
Oh!
He got hit in the face.
He got hit in the face.
So Brian will go to the line for a couple.
Well, at least we get to try some shots without the clock moving, you know. So you're still down by 9. You need more of a 3. But at least you have a chance to score without any time going down, you know. So
this last 2 minutes could take a bit. Or this last 54 seconds, rather. Makes the front end.
10 points on the day for Michael. Got 4 assists, though. 1 steal. Countless deflections.
Makes second.
Now, these substitutions are so someone doesn't foul out. I want Dylan Daniels to get the ball, honestly. Foul. Foul.
Oh, there's a turnover instead. Come on, get into the offense. 7 points down. And Shane throws it off the foot of.
Right idea, trying to get it to Lencho.
But he threw it off the foot of.
Coy, steal.
He's checking out of the game, folks. So we're going to spare you for the rest of this. Barker looking
wide
for Brian.
open.
That's his shot. Looked like he got a piece of hand there, did Baker, but Godwin comes out with it. Ahead to Dylan Daniels. And he tries to lay up, can't get it to go. Boy, Gail Smith's probably not real happy about that. Needs some time to get fouled. Barker, oh, he can't get the left hand to go. Hammering on Richard down low. We're not getting a call there at all. There's a foul there.
9-point lead, 17 seconds. This game's over. That's going to be a foul.
Not sure who scored for Sheridan.
Sheridan fans.
Who are they talking to and what are they talking about?
The officials.
Oh.
They're complaining about the Richard Blackwell rebound. They thought it was a foul.
Jefferson hits the 2 bucket.
Down by 7, under 10 seconds left, 57-49. Full timeout. Want to thank our sponsors, Capital Communications Incorporated, Misty Woods from Number One Properties, Tri-State Veterinary Clinic, Buck Homes, A Stitch in Life, American Storage and Postal, Custom Illusions, S&J Signs, And make sure you stay tuned for the
abbreviated
Mile High Lawn and Tree post-game show.
Because Alan's going to cover that. It is snowing outside, and the conclusion of this one, I will be providing a couple of the girls' basketball.
Blackwell hasn't scored a point
home
this half. He had 10 points in the first half. No points this half, Steve.
Only 20 total points in the second half for South. Michael O'Brien and Austin Barker was 6 apiece.
I want to foul Dylan Daniels. I hate to say it. You want to foul him.
9.2 seconds. I don't know that it matters who you foul. But as it turns out, they do foul.
Coy steal.
Is that kid a senior? Let me check this out. He's
no,
only
he's
a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. We
You
get
people
him.
got 2 more full years.
Coy steal to the free throw line. I wonder if he plays soccer.
7-point lead. I hope he runs track. I think I'm announcing the regional track meet this year.
Steele, 63% free throw shooter on the season. Hits his first.
Second one from Steele is good.
Down by 9. Sheridan about to lock it up.
That's a kick ball. So 58-49. This is all but academic. 4.3 seconds. South get it in, maybe get a 3 up, but not going to win this game. They'll get it to Blackwell, and that's just going to expire the clock.
And he turns it over.
So the final score here from Cheyenne South, the number 3 ranked Sheridan Bronx win the game. It's Sheridan 58, South 49. South moves to 0-8 in the conference season. They have East on Wednesday night at East Central on Friday night here on the home floor. So stick around. Stay tuned to SouthHighBisonAthletics.com for all your basketball scores, highlights, information. Also, keep tabs on the indoor track team, the boys swimming team, and other events. The cheer team as they get ready to go to state. A lot of stuff going on. Wrestling, 3A, 4A regionals today, state next week. So SouthHighBisonAthletics.com for all your latest news and information. Another one gets away from the Bison tonight here. Alan, are you going to go right to the Mile High Lawn and post-gear show?
Now we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. South loses 58-49. I tell you, another great game. Great weekend of basketball. You lose both games by single digits, Steve. It's really hard to think positive, but, you know, they've got to build off this because they've got a very tough Cheyenne East team at East on Wednesday.
Join us Wednesday night for basketball action. 5:30 tip for the girls, 7 for the boys, as South plays their last 2 conference games of the season. For Alan Cummings, Steve McDonald, we're going to bid you adieu from South High. Final score, Sheridan 58, South 49 here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.